Hola, this is Paula Sanders, commissioned missionary from PTCA to the southern border of the United States. I've been in Texas since September 2019. I came to the Rio Grande Valley to volunteer full-time with a nonprofit group called the Angry Tias and Abuelas, which in Spanish means angry aunties and grannies. This group began in June 2018 when several area women noticed that people who were in line to seek asylum in the United States were sleeping on the international bridge between Reynosa, Mexico and McAllen, Texas. Those women enlisted their friends to bring food, water, and diapers. Soon this little group began to ask what was behind all this, and Angry Tias and Abuelas was born. I can't possibly tell you in 3 minutes all that the Angry Tias and Abuelas do, but I hope you will look with your heart at these photos of what is required to feed, clothe, and shelter an encampment of up to 2,500 exiles. The Trump administration's Remain in Mexico policy refuses to allow asylum seekers into the U.S., and the refugees cannot return to the homes they ran from. Every person old enough to speak has a story of violence, sexual abuse, extreme poverty, and the brutality of drug cartels and gangs. The Angry Tias and several other NGOs have banded together to supply the necessities of life to our brothers and sisters and the children who are truly being made to suffer just outside our gate. COVID-19 has, of course, entirely changed our way of being. None of the Angry Tias have entered the encampment at all since early March when the border closed and the communities along the Rio Grande went into lockdown. We are committed to staying away until we can be sure that we will not carry the virus in with us. Angry Tias and Abuelas and our partners have continued to support the refugees remotely and have provisions delivered regularly. We are grateful for a grant from Presbyterian Disaster Assistance to rent motel rooms that are being used as isolation units. We are currently raising funds to assist approximately 150 asylum seekers who are trapped in extremely dangerous Reynosa, Mexico, which is about 80 miles west and upriver from Matamoros. When COVID-19 struck, the 2 shelters in Reynosa were forced to close, leaving the residents literally on the streets. Several people have been kidnapped for ransom while attempting to drive the 80 miles to Matamoros. We are asking for donations to supply the essentials to this group until they can be moved or repatriated. We hope that you can see from these words and pictures how much God needs people like you and me to be her hands and feet in this humanitarian crisis. I moved to Texas because I did not want to be found complicit in the cruel and exclusive treatment of these strangers, travelers, themselves in desperate circumstances. I hope that you will commit to praying for and supporting the asylum seekers and us, Angry Tias and Abuelas of the RGV. Peace and blessings.